Okay, so fractions. I know in elementary school, whenever your teacher teach you guys about fractions, they'll talk about pie and pizzas. Okay, and it always makes me hungry, especially because we are just before lunchtime. So if you go to Pizza and you want to buy a slice, your friend goes to Pizza Nova and also buys a slice. But Pizza Nova cuts their slices using a large pizza, whereas Pizza cuts their slice using an extra large pizza. Is that fair? Is that the same? No. All right. And you can see, like if one pizza is cut into 6 pieces and the other is cut into 3 pieces only, the amount is definitely not the same. And that's why we need something called lowest common denominator. So how do we get lowest common denominator? It could mean keep cutting your pizza slices into smaller pieces until both of them are cut into equal slices, okay, of the same size. So for example, right here, now that the pizza are cut into the same 6 slices per pizza, this 2 slices here, 1 slice here, so that means there's 3 slices out of a 6 slice pizza. So like that. Okay. Is this a good final answer, by the way? No, why not? Michelle? It's not simplified. 3/6 is the same as 1/2, 1/2. Okay, so on the test, make sure, yes, this is all correct, but you'll lose half a mark for not reducing. Okay, so just like units, reducing, both will lose you half a mark if you don't do those. Okay, and then sometimes you might be given something like this. Let's say I have one more full pizza right here. Oops. Okay, let's say I have one more full pizza. Oops, that didn't work. Okay, in that case, what would my final answer be? Yep. Yeah, 1 whole and 1/2. Okay. What's another way that I could write this instead of 1 whole and 1/2? Not 4. Careful. 3/2. Right. It's a Friday. It's okay. All right. So these would mean the same thing. What's the name of this type of numbers? Kadrian? Mixed number. Okay. And this one? Maggie? Improper fraction. That's right. So let's learn how to convert between them. Okay, so mixed numbers are ones where you have a whole number and then the fraction. So in this number line right here, you can see we have 1 whole and then 3/4 of a number line. If you count just the small ticks right here, small sections, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's also the same as 7/4. Similarly, right here, if I have 9 small sections out of 4 for each whole, I have 9/4, or as a mixed number, it's 2 whole and 1/4. So this is 2 whole and 1/4. But obviously, I don't want, as I said yesterday, I don't want you guys to be drawing number lines because number line takes too long. So there is a shortcut, there is a faster way right here. So to change from a mixed number to an improper fraction, you will multiply the whole number with your denominator and then add your numerator. Alright, so 6 times 4 is 24, plus 1 you get 25 over 6. Your denominator doesn't change. It stays as 6 because that pizza is cut into six slices. Okay. On the other hand, if you want to go from an improper fraction to a mixed number, you have to do long division. Do you guys remember long division from grade 5, 6? Yeah, it's annoying. I don't like long division either, but the only way for you to be able to do this is by long division. So how you would set it up is you would put your denominator on the outside, put your numerator on the inside. How many times does 5 go into 14? It goes in 2 times. 2 times 5 is 10. So when you subtract it, you have a remainder of 4. So you have 2 whole. That's why you have the 2. Your remainder is your numerator, the number on the top. Whoops, numerator, not numerator. I was thinking on the top. Numerator. And then this number goes to the bottom, which is your denominator. Right here. Denominator. Remember, in either case, your denominator doesn't change. Your denominator always stays the same. Denominator stays the same, denominator stays the same. Okay. So let's try to convert this. Who wants to try to convert the first one? Alexander.
Oh, you want me to do step by step?
Just explain.
Alright, so you first times the denominator by the 5.
Yep.
So equals 20.
Yep.
Then you add to the numerator,
Mhm.
equals 21 over 4.
Perfect. That's all it is. Okay. So this is a type of multiple choice question. So quick, easy, one mark, multiple choice. Okay. This one? Armin.
5 goes into 13 2 times with the remainder of 3.
Awesome.
2 whole.
Yeah, so you have 2 wholes.
2 wholes. And then 5. No. 3 over 5.
3 over 5. Remember, denominator never changes. So 3 over 5. Good. Okay. Abraham.
Multiply 15 by 2.
Uh-huh.
And then add the 4.
Mm-hmm.
So 34.
Perfect. Okay. Number 4. Jenny?
10 wholes and 5 over 7.
Yep. Okay.
7 goes into 75 10 times.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then remainder 5.
Right. Good job. So 10 whole and then 5 over 7. Okay. Leandro.
65 over 8.
Good. 8 times 8, 64 plus 1, so 65 over 8. Last one. Jonathan?
3 and 1 over 5.
Good, because 5 goes into 16 3 times with a remainder of 1. So you have 3 and 1/5. All right. Let me give you guys a tricky one for a challenge. Over. I'm gonna teach you guys a little trick. I'll teach you guys a little trick with this. Okay, let's see how long it takes you guys to get the answer for this. Change this to into a mixed number. Oh, Adi, you got it? Okay. Alright, so for some of you that took about 45 seconds to a minute. Alright, I'm gonna teach you guys a trick. I love teaching tricks. So, big numbers. I don't want to do a whole long division. This is like my shortcut to long division. Remember, you have calculators, right? 231 divided by 12. I get that. But obviously I know the answer already. But that's not what I... So I'm just going to take the whole. So the 19. So 231. Just take the whole. I know that it goes in 19 whole times. So I can do 12 times 19. I get 228. And so I get a remainder of 3. So 19 and 3 over 12. But obviously, the 3 over 12, I can reduce that. And so I get 19 and a quarter. Alright, so this little trick takes about 15 seconds. Let's try one more. So let's try another one. I'll give an even bigger number, and then you guys can see if it works for you guys. Somebody give me a big number. Jason. Big number. 4-digit number.
4,823.
Okay, 4,823. Somebody give me a single digit number. 3. Okay. Use the trick. See if you can do it. 4, 8, 2, 3. Okay. So 4,823 divided by 3. I know it goes in there 1,607 times whole. Okay, so now 1607 times 3, 4821. So I have a remainder of 2. So what's my mixed number? Badar?
4821 with the 2 over 3.
No, this is my whole. So 1607 and then 2 over 3. How many of you like that trick? Yeah. If you had to do this in grade 6, you'll take a whole page. Because the number is so big, you'll have to keep doing digits by digits by digits. So this way, I did it. The short long division. Alright, if you're not sure about this way and you're still a little confused with this shortcut, you can ask me again afterwards. I'll be happy to help. I'll be happy to show you a few more. Okay, so now that we know how to convert between both of them, we can start adding and subtracting and multiplying. Okay, so I'm going to do an example of each, and then I'll give you guys class time to try. Okay, so can I add 2/3 and 5 over 2 together in one step? No, what do I need? LCM. LCM. Lowest common denominator, not LCD screens. Okay, lowest common denominator. So between 3 and 2, what's my lowest common denominator? 6. Okay, for those of you who are not, who forgot how to find the lowest common denominator, you list out all the multiples of 3. 3, 6, 9, 12, da 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 da. And then for 2, 2, 4, oh, sorry, you guys can't see. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, da 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 da. What's the first common number between the two lists? 6. And so that's how you know that's my lowest common denominator between them. Okay. Yep, go ahead.
Since the first one, since you're multiplying 3 by 2, you also have to multiply 2 by 2.
Yep, so 2 by 2 is 4.
4. And then for the next one, since you're multiplying 2 by 3, you have to also multiply 5 by 3.
Yeah. Awesome. Okay. Whatever you do to the top, you have to do to the bottom as well, because you're not changing the number, you're just making the whole fraction bigger. Just like as I was saying, the pizza, you're cutting it into smaller slices, but the pizza itself is still just the same amount. When you cut an extra large pizza into 10 slices versus cutting it into 12 slices, it's still an extra large pizza. Okay? There's always the joke that says, how do you want your pizza to be cut? 6 slices or 10 slices? And then some people will say, oh, I can't eat 10 slices. Just 6 is good. But it's still a large pizza. Okay? And then so when you do 5 times 3, you get 15. Okay? So again, I found out what my lowest common denominator is 6. So 3 times 2 is 6. So 2 times 2 is 4. And then 2 times 3 is 6. So 5 times 3 is 15. So now that I have the lowest common denominator, I can add my numerators together. So I get 19 over 6. Okay? Remember, common mistake. People add the denominators. Don't do that. All right. Denominator stays the same.
So my summer school teacher told me to not simplify into mixed numbers sometimes. So, what do I do?
On the test, it will tell you to write it as a mixed number or leave it as an improper fraction. 90% of the time, convert it back to a mixed number.
Alright.
Yeah, so this as a mixed number is what? Isabel?
3 wholes and 1 6.
Perfect. Okay, and you can do that by long division. Okay. Let's try this one. So again, I'm just going to do this example and this example, and then I'll give you guys the rest of the class to work on your own. Actually, let me do a minus one. I want to do this one. Okay, I lied, sorry. Okay, what's the very first thing I need to do with this? Yep. Okay, even before that, convert it to an improper fraction. That's the easiest way to do it. Especially when, like, if you're looking at this, you might be thinking, why can't I just do 5 minus 2 whole? But sometimes you might get into the negative numbers, and then you have to borrow a number. So the least confusing, easiest way, convert it into an improper fraction, and then do the math. So multiply, add, so I get 21 over 4. Take away 2 times, oh, this right here. What does this give me? If I change this into an improper fraction, okay, is it 11 over 5 or is it 9 over 5? Alright, so who says it's 9 over 5? Who says it's 11 over 5? Good job. Even though there's a minus sign right here, when you change it to an improper fraction, you don't consider it. You're changing the fraction only. So you do not do 5 times negative 2. Because if you do 5 times negative 2 plus 1, you'll get negative 9. Alright, so that's a common mistake. So cover it up. 5 times 2 plus 1, 11 over 5. Okay. What's my lowest common denominator between 4 and 5? Jenny?
20.
20. Okay. So then 4 times 5 gives me 20. So 21 times 5, 105. Okay. Same thing right here. 5 times 4 gives you 20. So 11 times 4, 44. Okay. Whatever you multiply to the bottom, you have to multiply to the top. Okay. So now I can simply just do 105 minus 44. 105 minus 44, you get 61 over 20, which is the equivalent of Abadar?
3 1 over 20.
Perfect. Okay. Oh, and on the test, this is how you can check to see if you converted correctly. Remember, you have a calculator. So do 61 divided by 20. You get 3.05. Alright, and then here, 3 plus 1 divided by 20. You get 3.05. So there you go. That's how you check to know you converted correctly. Alright, and that's why like students love my class, because I teach them different ways of checking their work on the test. Checking your test using the same way that you did it the first time around doesn't help. You're gonna make the same mistake. You have to use a different way to check your work. That's how you know you did it correctly. So using a calculator, converting it to a decimal, that's one way. Okay, last example. Let's just do this one. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. When you multiply, do you need LCD? No. Multiplying is actually easiest. Multiplying and dividing fractions is easier than adding and subtracting. All you have to do, multiply across. Alright. We'll get into the reducing part on Monday. So for now, we'll just simply multiply across. So 6 times 1 is 6. 9 times 3 is 27. Is this a good final answer? Hi. Okay. Is this a good final answer? So who says, I like my answer, I'm going to get full marks on the test? Who says Miss Ching is going to take off half a mark? See, you guys know me well already. Why am I going to take off half a mark? I didn't reduce. 3 goes into both 6 and 27. So if I divide everything by 3, what do I get? Yep. 2 over 9. And that's the full mark answer. Alrighty. Okay, so you can have the rest of the class. You have about 25 minutes to try this page. Okay, so these ones right here. For homework, page 14. Alright, these are answers on the bottom, so don't worry. There's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 word problems. Okay, so try these now. And then page 14 is homework. Okay.